Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast, which today begins unusually with the presenter talking about celebrities whom he does not like. As this covers nearly everybody, he, like Captain Oates, may be some time. I hope you don't mind me doing this. It's mildly.
It's obviously not a complaint, not a compliment. It's not a compliment.
I don't suppose you could describe it as a compliment. Yeah. But then again, do you think that I would gratuitously read out something that was harmful to you?
Yes.
Yes, indeed, I would. And take, indeed, a great deal of pleasure from it. I listened to Mr. Coyle's wee show yesterday. A gentleman called Kevin.
Where's he listening?
Sounds like a Catholic.
Where is he?
He doesn't say.
That's a pity.
Hello, Terry. Ken Bruce here. Hello. Lovely music, Telly. Ken Bruce here. I listened to Mr. Coyle's little show yesterday. We've got a Ken Bruce, haven't we, at Downtown? Don't we have two Ken Bruces? There's Ken Bruce on radio too.
Yeah.
Ken Bruce, I remember sitting beside Ken Bruce one time years ago at a dinner. He never said one word to me.
Is that so?
I didn't like him at all. But the Ken Bruce from Downtown may be better. I don't know. Hello, Terry. Great, lovely music, Terry.
Well, you know...
He never spoke one word to me. And I spoke to him, and he just... I thought it was a horrible little...
Did you try to speak to him?
Yes. He just nodded at me.
Do you know a man who I liked, and I never really met him?
We shouldn't be giving away these show business secrets.
No,
do you know something? Here's something, before you go on. I want to say something to the listeners. A lot of people might think that I'm splenetic.
Right.
Or that I would be a person that would, be bitter and horrible, but I'm not. One of the things that I try to do in this program, to see if somebody's name comes up, and I don't particularly like that person for a particular reason, I will always say so. Mm-hmm. Whereas, Hugo won't. And most of the other broadcasters, and I know that you're a gentleman, you would never say that you disliked anyone. I mean, I've never heard you saying that.
Right.
Would you say that if someone's name came up that you disliked, would you mention that you disliked them? Would you? I don't think you would.
I don't think so.
No, because you're a gentleman, whereas I'm not.
Right.
And I just can't help it because for some strange reason, I have to tell the truth, if I can. Now, there are certain truths that we can't tell. Mm-hmm. That particular one I'm thinking about. Mm-hmm. There's certain truths that we can't tell because if you do tell those truths, you'll be sacked. Mm. But if I can say things that I think without being sacked, I will do it. There's a certain line over which I do not cross. As the ladies of the lodge said the other night.
But there's people that you look at and you form an opinion of them.
No, I don't do that. No. I never give an opinion of anyone unless I know this to be a fact and I've had some kind of social interaction. Now, I've had social interaction with Ken Bruce, and I don't like him. The presenter is alarmed to discover that his companion, Coelus Interruptus in Latin, is not only narrow-minded, intolerant and disapproving of nearly everything, but he is also blind.
I'm at the stage now when I'm out walking now that I deliberately drop my eyes to the ground in front of me. Do you know why?
When you pass people?
Yeah. Do you know why?
See, that makes you look very suspicious, makes you look like a serial walker.
No, but I'm going to tell you why now.
Why?
Because of my failing eyesight.
Uh-huh.
I should be wearing glasses all the time, but I don't. I don't recognise people, so rather than... I would really have to stare at people.
Uh-huh. So in other words, when you're walking the roads and a figure looms in front of you, you don't know if you know this person or not. And chances are all lonely walkers know themselves and they know each other. So there could be a possibility that you would fail to speak to this person and this person would take away the wrong impression.
Yes. And especially anyone... Now, can you recognise people on the far side of the street without your glasses?
Of course I can.
Without your glasses?
Oh, yes. I
can't.
I have the vision that I can see things from miles and miles away, but I can't see something right in front of me. That's not a problem. I need reading glasses. Is that long sight or short sighted?
No.
I'm long sighted. Anyway, last night a gentleman was talking about television. He said, last night I was lucky enough to see two of the most influential women in Britain today on television, Katie Price and Kerry Katona. I watched in awe as Katie Price learned to scuba dive. That's a good new series, that. You should watch that. Katie was very nervous but came through with flying colours. Thank you, Terry. Then little Kerry Katona showed us a pair of thigh-length leather boots that she had just bought. I love these boots, said Kerry, and you could hear the sincerity in her voice. Kerry also said she may go away for a short holiday. Both women assured us they've never been so happy in all their lives. That's good, isn't it? I think we should look at more TV series about women who are telling us that they've never been so happy in all their lives, learning to scuba dive and showing us their boots. Far better than those old programmes about things that, like politics and stuff like that.
Well, I found an extra programme last night.
Did you? An extra programme?
Yeah. TV has been turned off now this last number of weeks at 6:30.
As a protest, as a gesture?
Because there's nothing on, you just turn the TV off. But I managed to keep it on until 7 o'clock last night because I found an extra episode of Judge Judy.
Oh, happy days.
Yeah, from 6:30 to 7.
I don't see what your fascination is with Judge Judy. I've never been able to thole her myself. And I can't understand what it is. What is the strange attraction you have towards Judge Judy? Is it sexual?
No.
What is it? What is it? Do you fancy her? Come on.
I don't know what it is.
Come on.
No, honestly, I just
do you like looking at her, or do you like what she says? What is it?
I think I'm fascinated with the cases. I mean, you have grannies suing grandchildren.
I think it should be more of that here. Irish people don't do enough of that. Grannies should sue their grandchildren.
Be more suing. That's right. There's a wee call for you.
Suing. Bet you it doesn't work. Hello?
Hello?
Foiled again. The mysteries of frog spawn are seldom unravelled on Northern Ireland Radio, or indeed on anyone else's radio. All the more reason, then, why the presenter should fly the flag for all unborn frogs and tadpoles everywhere. I challenge any broadcaster on this planet, if he has indeed procured some frog spawn for a class recently, I would say the chances are that the answer would be no.
Oh, well, up until this year, I mean, for the past few years, I've been able to get it up near the UTV transmitter.
Jerry Kelly left it there in the hope that would take over the transmitter and tear it down.
Hannistown. No, you have to go somewhere where there aren't a whole lot of kids rampaging about, you know. But I've been able to get it, and the children in school really enjoyed it, from the playgroup up to P7, you know. And,
watching the frogs develop, yeah?
Yes, and we've been very successful. I've developed a certain amount of know-how over the years. But I went up about 5 days ago and expecting to find frog spawn or maybe a few tadpoles, and not a sign of anything. Now I'm beginning to wonder, did all the frogs die?
Well, you see, UTV are cutting, you know. Maybe perhaps they killed them all because they felt there was too many mouths to feed.
Well,
a lot of presenters have disappeared.
It could be, you know. No, but of course you find it. You find it. I probably find it up near the BBC transmitter if there was a road up to it, you know.
Hold on a second. Let me just check this.
That's where I went for our frog spawn. That's amazing. I was out quite near the BBC transmitter station here in Derry, a place called Sheriff's Mountain, and we used to walk out there.
Don't slur that. Sheriff's Mountain.
Yes. We used to go out there for our frog spawn. Where did you go, Mr. Anderson, for yours?
I used to go to the frog spawn shop.
Oh, where did you go?
No, but hold on a second.
You didn't?
No, but see, I never did anything like that.
No, you see.
I never had a normal childhood.
We went to the BBC.
The only thing I did was I remember having, Congress with chestnuts. I remember...
Chestnuts.
Oh, you spit in my chestnuts?
Yeah.
You spit in my chestnuts? All I'm saying to you is this.
Where did you gather your nuts? Where did you gather your chestnuts? Sorry. Where did you gather...
I gathered my nuts in the lunatic asylum, as it was at that stage. In Derry. Do you remember the asylum?
Yes,
since closed down, and God bless them.
Yeah, you throw a stick up
at that time when people with mental illness used to throw them into a room and lock them up. There was a very strange place we were very afraid of. But there was a high wall, of course, to keep the people in. And behind those high walls were chestnut trees, which were wonderful. We used to get some big chestnut. That's the only thing I ever remember doing.
How did you get your chestnuts down?
I used to throw rocks and stones.
Rocks?
No,
Rocks?
sorry. That was the troubles later. I used to throw sticks.
Sticks? You threw a stick up.
And then you waited for the thing to fall down.
Yeah.
Then you opened the wee prickly thing, and out came the chestnut.
Yeah. So that's
and then
all
you put it on your... I want to talk about it.
No, but you never gathered... Right, go on, tell me how you made your chestnut.
I used to
your
get a
conker.
little... I'll tell you how I made my conker.
Right.
I'd get a kind of a knitting needle or something like that and heat it. Like a darning needle.
Yes, that's right. Yes,
and then you'd heat it.
Yes.
And then you'd burn a hole through it.
Yeah.
And then you'd... Tears come to my eyes thinking
and you
about
had to
the
put it in the oven.
What?
You have to put it in the oven.
Oh, to harden it, yes.
Yeah.
To harden it, yes.
Yeah.
And then you would put a little piece of string down it, and then you tie a knot in the end.
Did you put polish on it?
No.
Did you ever polish your conkers?
Excuse me.
Well, may you laugh. There are people in this world who have unusual surnames. These people normally lead blameless and peaceful lives unless mercilessly set upon by radio presenters who snigger often. Such a man is one Granville Pillar.
Granville Pillar.
Granville Pillar, yes.
Am I right?
Stanley Pillar.
I thought they blew that up in Dublin.
No, they are. Were they Coleraine lads?
Yes,
Granville Pillar, that's only one person.
Granville Pillar
Stanley
and his
Pillar
brother.
and the Pillar Men.
And his brother. He had a brother, hadn't he?
Granville Pillar, is that a guy's name?
Yes.
Or is that a monument?
It's Granville Pillar.
Granville Pillar. Well, you just said Granville Pillar. You talked about two guys, and then you named one guy.
But Granville Pillar and his brother.
Nelson.
No, Carl just told me his brother. Was it Stanley, did you say?
Trafalgar?
You hit
Trafalgar Pillar?
Do you not remember the Pillars? Carl, do you remember the Pillars?
Say no, Carl. Carl, say no. Say no.
He remembers. Are they still singing?
Are they still upright?
I haven't seen them in a while.
Listen, stop this now before it's too late. Okay, goodbye. Stop this now. Okay? Bye.
What about, there's a man on 2.
Okay.
Granville Pillar.
Yes. Hello, good morning. Is this Granville Pillar speaking?
No.
Bad impressions flow thick and fast, made worse by the lack of any kind of script. Witness this. As it's the Masters Week in Augusta, how about you and Sean doing GMAC with Nadine as the caddy? Nadine, what do you think I need for this one?
God, GMAC, I don't know what you would have.
Don't call me GMAC.
What'll I call you?
Call me Graham.
Graham? God, Graham, I don't like calling you
No,
Graham.
all right, then call me Gra.
Gra, I think, what's the big thing you have in your bag?
It's a present for me, Granny.
No.
Oh, sorry. It's a present for someone at home. It's a statue of St. Joseph. I picked it up.
No, but you asked me what thing you wanted to hit the ball with.
I was thinking about a number 5.
No, the big one there that's sticking out there, the big number 1. Had it be that? It's wild far.
Maybe you could polish my putter in the meantime.
Well, I'm ready to do anything for you, Graham. Now, come on now. Concentrate now. Get over the ball and keep your head still, the man said.
I'd like you to walk to the flag and indicate to me the lie of the land. Will you do that? I want you to lie down and put your hand up whenever you come across a bump.
God, Graham, I'm not lying down on the green. You're not allowed to. God, me daddy would be raging.
Never mind, I'll use a 7-iron. I'll use my own initiative. Okay? Get back in the bag. That's your old hangout, isn't it?
Where?
The Castle Bar in Derry.
No, you drank there.
Yeah, but did you not?
I only drank there when you were there.
I was only one who had money.
Yeah.
But did you not work beside it?
Yeah, but never.
Remember you used to measure men's legs?
Yes, I did work beside it, and I did drink in it, but you drank in it before
I did, yes. It was my local. I
when-
haven't been in it recently. It's a nice little bar, just underneath one of the arches in Derry Walls. Very picturesque. And a haven for tourists, I have to say. I recommend they go there right away. That's me sorted for a pint. Did you not drink? Was that not one of your regulars?
You drank there on a Monday when you came home your day off from the show band scene.
What, were you some kind of stalker?
Yeah.
But you knew that.
Yes.
I didn't know that. You knew more about me than I did.
You drank either a vodka and white lemonade or a hot whiskey.
Do you know another
that
fella?
bar.
I was talking to a fella the other day, and I had completely forgotten about this. There used to be a hotel in Derry, Londonderry, called the City Hotel. There is a City Hotel at the moment, but the old City Hotel was kind of like the Europa. That's where all the journalists gathered, during the Troubles. Mm-hmm. And a gentleman said that whenever I used to be in bands and stuff, and we'd be playing, living in Dublin, every once in a while we used to come up here and play in some of the ballrooms in the city, and we would always go to the City Hotel because that's where all the women were. And all the journalists and all the late to drink. So we would go there, even though I lived not too far away. And I used to go there, and this fella said that he met me there, and he said, "Do you know what you were drinking?" And this is like 1971,
1971?
1971. Yeah, 1970, 1971.
I think it was before that.
I'd been going before that, but this particular time he's talking about, I don't stop trying to pick holes and everything.
All right.
It's 1970, 1971. He said, I didn't say, but I know that I've been there since 1968, okay? And you're saying that, you're thinking about 1968, 67, aren't you?
No, I'm thinking mid to late 60s.
Isn't that 67, 68?
But it wasn't 71.
But I was still going there in 71 when
right.
you'd get married then. You'd retired.
Right.
From drinking. Anyway, I hadn't been married then, and I hadn't retired. I haven't retired yet. Anyway, he said, and I had completely forgotten this, and now I remember. He said, "Do you know what?" He said, "Do you know what you were drinking?" I said, "What?" He said, "Bushmills and milk."
No, I don't believe that for a second.
I knew you were going to say that.
Not for a second.
No, the fellow told me that, and I forgot about it. And then I suddenly remembered, and I said, "Why was I drinking that?" He said, "You were drinking that because you said you didn't eat, and you said it's the only way you get any nourishment."
No, I'm not buying into that.
Okay, don't buy it.
No.
I'm not asking you to buy it. I'm just relaying the story.
No, you may have had it once in a flat somewhere.
No, I used to drink that on a regular basis.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
No
did. Yes, I did.
way did
I
you
used to believe
drink
that the
that.
milk lined my stomach.
No, it didn't. You did not.
Will you stop?
You're a wee
In actual
vodka.
fact, when it turns out, I sought medical advice later. The GP told me that it actually curdled the milk in one's stomach. The whiskey curdled the milk and made it very, very unhealthy indeed. As a matter of fact, do you know when you eat white bread, what happens when you eat white bread?
I don't really
A
know.
nutritionist explained to me and showed me. Do you know what she did to me?
No. What?
She got a big jug full of water, right? I was in for these tests. These are to do with my marathon, right? And I was getting various tests and stuff like that. And she said to me, look what happens. And she got a slice of white bread and put it into water, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I said, we'll come back to that in about an hour and a half. She went away to do all the things. She took my cholesterol. Very high, by the way.
No.
Yes.
What? How's very? I'm 4.3.
6.6.
Oh, that is high.
That's high.
That is
She
high.
said,
it's
go to
not
your
very high, but it's high.
She said, go to your doctor.
Aye.
And you know what she said to me? She said, I want you to blow into this here. And I said, the last time I said that, that's what I heard,
no.
was from the PSNI. I just want to test your lung capacity. I said, okay. She said, right, blow in here. And she blew into this thing, like a breathalyzer. I'm familiar with a breathalyzer, of course. And I went, and she went, do you want to blow in it again? So I went, We'll try the best of three. So I went, and then she said, you know, this isn't very important, but you've got the lungs of an 81-year-old man. I said, well, maybe he'll take them back and give me other ones. Anyway, speaking of that period...
6.6?
6.6.
Do something about that.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah. I'm going to get my cholesterol checked again on Monday morning, and I'm going to fast before I do it. I don't know why that's so high. My blood pressure's normal. Why am I talking about... Sorry, good morning, listeners. There's a programme here somewhere. It'll start soon.
Jerry is starting to sound like... Oh, heaven forbid.
Go on.
Jerry is starting to sound like Nolan with all his health talk.
I think Nolan...
Be careful.
Nolan has to stop. He's becoming obsessed, I think. It's getting serious now. He can talk about nothing but fat. Thank you for the music, Teddy.
There's a wee call.
Ken Bruce here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
How are you today?
I'm fine, but I would like you to finish the story about what happens with the white bread.
Oh, I didn't finish that. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't.
Okay, this lady, she put a slice of white...
It's all hanging in the air here.
Well, speaking of hanging in the air, I was just thinking of Nolan there. She dropped this slice of white bread into the water, and then we went away, and then came back an hour and a half later. And do you know that it had expanded to 3 times its size?
Good heavens.
And she says, that's what happens in your bread basket. In your tummy, as they say on the BBC. What do you say, tummy, Sean?
No,
do you say tummy?
I hate that word with a passion. You know I hate
Brolly, tummy.
No, I hate tummy.
Colleague. Oh, look at my colleague with her brolly.
So the bread expands.
Next to your tummy.
Well, tell me this. What about porridge? You have this
Porridge is great. Porridge does not expand. Porridge is great. It releases energy slowly, and it's the best thing you can eat in the morning. Porridge is the best thing you can eat. White bread expands almost indefinitely, and that's why when you eat a lot of white bread, your stomach gets all puffy outy. And do you know what happens when you take it out of the water?
No.
If you leave it in the water for like 3-4 hours, it's a big globby mass. And do you know what happens? If you take it out and throw it at the wall, it will stick to the wall.
You'd hardly take it out of your stomach.
Out of the bottle.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. Why would you want to take it out of your stomach and throw it at a wall?
You don't take it out of your stomach. You take it out of the jug that the bread is in and throw it at the wall to show you what it is doing to your stomach. It's sticking to the walls of your stomach and then not going away. You see? I know I have to. It's a terrible thing to talk about, but, you know... No,
So
I am turning it to
brown bread's all right.
Brown bread's okay. White bread's the one that's the yeast, you see. Whatever it is, swells up. Is that all you wanted to talk about, love?
Indeed, yes.
I'm sorry I didn't. You see, do you know, one of the things about this programme is that I rarely get a chance to finish what I've started.
Coitus interruptus.
Coitus interruptus, yes. Sorry, I think it's coitus interruptus. Yeah, okay. But thank you very much. Goodbye. That's the first time I've ever said that on the programme. I hope people don't speak Latin.
I was told that years ago that the Highland farmers...
Highland farmers?
They went out with a bag of oats. And their wee pooch. Right?
Their pouch, yes.
Yeah, their wee pooch. I'm just saying pooch. right?
Let's do a bit of Santa there.
Right? And they would throw a handful of oats in their mouth and take a drink of water. And then the porridge, I was told the porridge then would swell in their stomach and that would keep the hunger away from them, you see.
That could be a possibility.
I was told that, you see.
The Indians do that with millet.
Aye.
I remember an Indian telling me, he said that when the Apache went out on the warpath, do you know what he had? A little bag. A little tiny, tiny bag, almost like a kind of in the shape of a tea bag, but about twice the size. And what he had in there was millet, like a budgie would have. Right. And what he did was, every once in a while, he just fired that into him, give him the energy, concentrated energy, like a Mars bar.